Okay, game 26, e4, c5, Sicilian, knight c3, e6, trying to get this bishop out and maybe preparing to push in the center, knight f3, knight c6, just developing pieces towards the center, and now d4, opening up more pieces here and also controlling the center, takes, knight f6, and white takes on c6. So it's not usually good to take here because black is gonna get all of these pawns and they're gonna be strong when he pushes, but here white wanted to do this and then to kinda, if black pushes, then maybe he can take here and then this pawn is gonna be isolated. So that was the intention behind taking here. And you see now when white removes this knight, maybe he can give a check here, and then this pawn is going to be a little bit backward. Maybe black is not going to be able to castle right away, so that was the intention of that capture. f5, so black is not waiting around, he is kicking that knight right away, takes, and now check. And we got the bishop pair. Now we have bishop pair, that's good. Okay. He cannot castle, so he's trying to kick this queen. We go back, we repeat the moves a little bit, and then we go here. Still he cannot castle. d5. Bishop d3, we are preparing castling and attacking this knight. He goes here, so we cannot take because he's gonna take the queen. So we trade. So, okay, always it's a question, should you trade, should you not trade? Here, white decided to go into the end game. And probably also if he moved his queen somewhere, black can play e5 and then these pawns are gonna would be really strong. So he took and then he played f4 to prevent black from moving those pawns. a5. He's trying to activate the bishop, bishop e3, and now you see the black squares are really weak here, so we want to aim towards them. Bishop a5, and now king d2, activating the king, not waiting around, activating all pieces. And you're gonna see in this game how king gets really active. So he gives a check here. We are kind of forced. If we do not take, he's gonna take anyway our bishop, so we take a4, grabbing more space on the queen side. King d7, b3, kicking that bishop back, and now bishop b6. So this is to not allow this rook, or to force this bishop to go back and defend the pawn. So basically we are decreasing activity of our opponent's pieces, which is also really good. You should strive to increase your activity and decrease your opponent's activity. So bishop c8, and now activating our king even more. We have to go back here. Now we are controlling the squares. His king cannot go here. King c7. King d4. d7. Bishop d7. So he's trying to put the bishop here so he can protect those pawns. Rook to a2 e1. h5. And now our pieces are getting really active. We are trying to get to black's weaknesses here. Protects, and our king is getting really even more active. You see the difference between those two kings. Okay, he's trying to defend that because we're gonna go here soon and attack this pawn, activating the last piece. King goes there, and now we can take here, but if we take, he can give a check here, and then we go here. He takes the rook, we take the rook, and he gets this pawn. So we protect first that pawn. He goes there to protect. You see, he cannot give this check because this bishop is preventing that. So this bishop is really useful here. Rook from e to e5, going forward into the black's position even more. Now he plays this move, so I guess he did not have a choice. He had to give up this because if he puts this guy here, then this gonna fall, so you cannot protect both pawns. You see, when you have really active pieces, your opponent cannot protect all of his weaknesses. So we take, and bishop g7. We're trying to exchange and penetrate with the king even more. We cannot go around with the king if both rooks are there, because they're gonna give some checks. But if we remove one rook, then we can have a party with our king. See, he protects, we take, and we just attack the rook, remove it from defending this pawn. Now take another pawn. He attacks us. We go here, threatening discovered attack here, taking another pawn, and we are not afraid to exchange here because he has 4 pawns and we have 6. And also we have two passed pawns here, so it's just a matter of technique here. He goes after these pawns. This kind of look like he's gonna pick up all of these pawns, but let's see what happens. h4, and here it is important to play c3, so to save this pawn, so he can stop this pawn. I mean, we can even leave this pawn, but it is better to save it just to make sure that this pawn is not gonna go anywhere. And then we just put these pawns. So we go here, he takes, and we push these pawns, goes there. We don't have to take that. We could, but we just go forward. We have these two unstoppable pawns, and that's pretty much it. You cannot stop this. If he goes here, we go here, and that's a game over. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.